Good Friday morning to my fellow debt slayers. Today we have lots to talk about. We're going to talk about the blessing that we received pertaining to the longshoreman strike that's been postponed till January of 25. We're going to talk a little bit about 6 key steps for employees to take before the end of the year pertaining to your benefits. And then I have a giveaway for 10 lucky followers, and I'll go into detail on that at the end of the show. So stick around for the end so you understand the instructions, and I hope you enjoy this giveaway. So my name is Stephen Gallagher. I am a trained, certified Dave Ramsey professional debt coach. My company is Debt Free Results, and I help people like you get control of your debt, be able to build a plan to attack your debt, and then give you a written roadmap on how to stay out of debt. I've helped people across the country, and I know that I can help you. So if this is your first time visiting, please feel free to go out to our website and visit www.debtfreeresults.com. I'll be more than happy to help you if you send me an email. So, like I said, before we get started, I want to ask you if you could take a moment and go down here and like us and follow us and give us a support. Also, if you know of people that are in need of help for a coach, feel free to forward this link to them. I am, I am very knowledgeable as to what I do, and if people have credit card debt or if they have debt issues in general and they need to talk to somebody, this is what I do. I love what I do. It's a calling, it's a mission, and being able to help people get out of debt is something that I'm very passionate about. So, again, visit this site and like us and follow us. Go to our website at www.debtfreeresults.com and schedule a free 1-hour consultation with me, and I'll see how I can help you. So back to the 3 topics that we're going to discuss today. Our nation, the United States, really dodged a big, how do I say this? A big issue yesterday when the longshoreman strike was delayed until January 15th of 2025. In the 2 days that strike was on, I know that I saw on social media different people posting pictures of shelves that were emptied or partially emptied, and then the next day they'd come back and they would be emptied and cleared out of things like water, toilet paper, paper towels, food, and household items. Reminds me about the first few months of COVID-19 when the supply chain process was stopped. And with this strike or this delayed strike, it is going to come back unless they both agree on their issues. So we've been blessed by dodging a strike, but unless everyone comes to the table ahead of time, January 15th, these folks are going to strike. And neither side sat down prior to the strike, and they've known about this deadline for, years. And they know about this deadline coming up in January. So there's not going to be any weather issues. There's not going to be any political elections. There's not going to be any holidays in January. So, these folks, unless they sit down and they iron this out before January, they are going to strike. That's my opinion. So this gives you 90 days to prepare in a methodical way for something that is inevitable. It gives you time to be flexible in your budget, to move monies from a topic, I'm just saying, like entertainment or movies, and move $10 or $20 from that a month or a week to food or to household items. And then you can buy accordingly when you go to the store, one extra or two extra, and then put those away for January. And knowing that we have 90 days, this isn't going to kill your budget. As you know, the three criteria that I feel are a successful budget is, the third part is flexibility. This is that time when you need to be flexible and move money from one allocation to another allocation. And unless, I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, I will come back to you in January and I will say, I told you so, with a smile on my face. So take this time to move your money around a little bit so that you'll have extra money in your budget under food and household items, and buy and stock up accordingly. Think of it this way. If the strike doesn't happen, then you have those food and items there that you can use and just go on, as you normally would. So enough of that. Now on to the next topic. It's Q4, and you must get your employee benefits set up for 2025. But you can also, between now and the end of the year, max out your 2024 benefits if you haven't already done so. So these are 6 key steps as an employee to take advantage of before the end of the year for employer benefits. This is in no particular order. So, number 1, max out your contributions. The limit for 2024 is $23,000 for people under 50 years old. So if you have the money available in your paycheck that you can increase it so that you can max out to $23,000, then you should do so. If you're over 50 years old, then that threshold is $30,500, and that includes your catch-up contributions. So if you haven't reached this limit yet, consider increasing your contributions. You can change your contributions multiple times during the course of a year. Your HR department is probably automated, so you can just go into a portal and increase it, and they would take it out for the next paycheck. But this is something that if you haven't hit those thresholds, then you should, increase it and put money into a Roth IRA. The reason that I like Roth IRAs over traditional IRAs is that all the profits and the capital gains that you receive are tax-free. So, between the age of 25 and 65 or 70, all those gains are tax-free. And personally, I would rather keep the money than pay taxes. I hate paying taxes. So, number 2, adjust your payroll contributions. Adjust your payroll deductions. And if you need to contribute more, then adjust your payroll for those deductions. Check with your HR department to ensure that the changes have been made on time. So that would be for 2025. Assess your investment allocations. As we get older, our allocations or our risk factor changes. And so, if you haven't really looked at your allocations as to whether you're in conservative or bond funds or aggressive growth funds, as you're getting older or the economy is changing or whatever, you may want to change your where you put money. So check your allocations. You should do that at least once a year. And if you feel comfortable where your money is, whether it's in an aggressive mutual fund or in a conservative mutual fund or a bond fund, make those changes, because those don't happen right away. Because you put in your request, and then that has to go to the mutual fund company and so on and so forth. So it's not going to be something that happens right away. And so you want to make sure that any rebalancing of monies is done with time. Make sure that you're maximizing your employee match. I don't know what you get for your contributions or from your employer. It could be 3%, it could be 4%, it could be up to 6% or higher. Don't know. But ensure that you are contributing enough to get the full employer match. And if you really think about it, that is free money. So let's just say 5%. If they're going to match up to the first 5%, that's 5% of free money for you. And they can't take that away. That is your money when they contribute it to your account. And then lastly, every year you should review and update your beneficiaries. Make sure that the beneficiaries and the designations are current and they reflect your life changes, i.e. you may have gotten recently married and add your wife as a beneficiary. You may get divorced. You may have a child. You may have a grandchild. You may, whatever that is, you can go in and either add people or subtract people. And then as a beneficiary, you can also allocate a percentage. So let's just say that you have $10,000 in your retirement and you're married and you have 2 kids and you want your wife to have 75% of the money and you want your 2 kids to have 12.5% of the money, then you can allocate that. But talk to your employer and just make sure that everything is set up the way that you want it to set up. So, and then the 6th point that I wanted to discuss was plan for required minimum distributions, and they go by RMDs. So as of 2023, if you're 73 or older, you generally need to take your required minimum distribution from your 401k. However, if you're still working and you don't own more than 5% of your company that you work at, you can delay your RMDs from your employer until you retire. So I have a few clients who are in their 70s. One couple work and they love it. And this pertains specifically to them, that they don't need to take the required distribution because they both work. And when they do retire, then they'll have to start taking those distributions. But while they work, they don't have to take them. But ensure that you are within the requirements of the IRS, because if you miss taking your RMDs, you could get hit with hefty penalties. I'm not a tax accountant, so I'm not going to say anything more than that. I just know that if you postpone taking your RMDs, that the government can penalize you. So check with your company or check with the IRS as to what you would have to take in reference to an amount or withdrawal, and so that you meet the RMD requirements set forth by the IRS, or it would be the IRS. So all right, so we're now down to the last topic of today. As I promised, this is a giveaway, and this is going to be to 10 lucky followers of mine. I'm giving away 10 guides written by Jim Rohn. And if you've never heard of Jim Rohn, he passed away in 2009, but he was born in 1930. He passed away in 2009. He is an American entrepreneur. He has started many businesses. He's a published author, and he is a very accomplished motivational speaker. And he wrote numerous books, both on inspiration, but also in reference to personal development, setting goals, being able to be an entrepreneur. And I wish that I had had the opportunity to meet him or to see him in person, and I didn't. But what I am going to be doing is I'm giving away 10 guides and 3 topics. The first one is titled Personal Development. The second one is a guide to goal setting, and then the third one is time management. And I have 10 sets of these 3, and I will be giving them away for free. I will mail them for free to the first 10 followers who go to our website at www.debtfreeresults.com, and in there is a tab to schedule an appointment, and in there it has a spot for your contact information. So go in, send me a direct mail for your contact information, your mailing address, and I will put these guides in the mail to you as a gift. These books are really good. These guides are really good. They're very helpful. They're very easy to read, but they're packed with a lot of information. Information that if I didn't feel that it was helpful to me, then I wouldn't recommend them or send them to you. So I want to be able to turn around and send these out to you. And so if you can pick up 3 or 4 or 5 tidbits of information from these guides that help you on your debt-free journey, then in my mind, that is priceless. And I want to be able to, as I said earlier, I want to be able to help people on their journey. And if I can give these guides away and help you on your journey, then let's make that happen. And that's priceless. So before we conclude, I am going to ask you one more time to like and follow us on this page below. If you know of someone who has credit card issues or debt issues, please forward them this link, or refer them to our website at www.debtfreeresults.com, and I'll be more than happy to help them out any way that I can. I hope that you have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay on your budget. If you have questions, send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. And again, Stephen Gallagher with Debt Free Results.